It was supposed to be a casual night ride through the woods. Just a few mates, some electric bikes, and the kind of banter that makes dark trails feel less threatening. But when your exit gets chained shut at 3 a.m. while you're still inside, you start wondering who else is out there. So, what happened? The first video tonight comes from Shiesty Bros, a group of guys who explore creepy locations and abandoned structures, usually under cover of darkness. They mix genuine tension with enough comedy to keep things from feeling too heavy. Think of it as horror with training wheels. The footage exists, so here we are. It's June 25th, 2026, somewhere in the United States.
Just right in front of my headlight, Dexter.
Bro, do you hear all the birds, bro? What? Yo, what is that? Is that a skunk?
Can't see anything. Yo, I didn't mean to honk. No, did we miss the skunk? Yes. You can't see anything. Yo, I still see the skunk. Yo, Dexter, what did you find? Me? I'm not talking about the skunk. What is this? It's like a pile of sticks. This is probably where the skunk lives. Wait, it looks like there's something back there. Yo, you got this thing stuck? No. We're cooling. Bro, do you hear all the birds? It's gonna be a long night. This is gonna be a long night. Yo. I seen it fast. It sprayed you, Dexter? No. Bro, I wish. That would have been hilarious.
Moving uphill, they stumble onto something that stops the banter dead. A squatter's hideout, scattered junk, real animal bones, a cow skull sitting like a centerpiece. Then they find the box, completely filled with skeletal animal remains, and the doll they pull from the mess, decaying, mouth frozen wide open, falling apart in a way that belongs in a horror film rather than a forest. The kind of discovery that turns a fun ride into something else entirely.
Oh. Remember that one time, like that, bro, when there's like a guy in the corner? Bro, that's probably the homeless man. Bro, bro, I forgot all about that. Yo. What the? Yo, eat one of those Milky Ways.
That's freaky.
Freaky.
Why is it wet?
I don't know. I guess the power finally died or something. Yeah, we went here like a couple years ago, and there's literally a homeless guy right here. It was on my old YouTube channel. All right, should we dip? This place actually sketches me out. That kind of makes sense now, that fort. Do you think it's the homeless guys? And then he just found this place, so he lived here instead?
Trying to leave when a sensor catches them completely off guard. Silent, flashing, multicolored, pointing directly toward the woods. No siren, no voice, just light announcing they've been seen. Panic sets in fast. They fumble with the bikes, suddenly aware this device is probably alerting someone to their exact position. The ride out becomes a race.
And this is chained up again, so within like 2 hours, so like 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, someone like came in. Bro, this happened that last time, remember? Yeah. Bro, let's make it quick. Bro, this place sketches me out. Is there like a trail cam where they could see? Oh, I gotta back up. Yo, you got me? Bet. Thanks.
They reach the barbed wire perimeter gate at 3 a.m., the same gate they deliberately left unchained for a quick exit. It's chained shut, locked from the outside. Someone found their entry point. Someone waited. Someone made sure they couldn't leave the way they came in. They weren't alone in those woods tonight. They were being watched the entire time. The alarm triggered when they needed stealth most. The gate locked when they needed escape most. Coincidence? Probably. But in woods like these, you start connecting dots that might not actually be there. Or maybe they are. That was way too close. Railway tunnels built in 1865 aren't known for being welcoming. The damp stone, the dead air, the weight of 160 years pressing down from above. But when the lights start dying and the smell of burning plastic fills your lungs, you realize some tunnels don't want to be explored. This is what he found. The second video tonight comes from Explore the Unknown, a channel that ventures into abandoned industrial sites and pitch-black underground tunnels, documenting whatever anomalies they encounter along the way. They mix unfiltered exploration with active paranormal investigation, which usually means carrying a lot of gear that requires batteries. In a tunnel from 1865, what could possibly go wrong?
There we go. Well, yeah. No, don't use night mode. If you're, damn, I can't see shit. Both of y'all were blinding me. If you're trying to, like, catch anything, yeah, just leave it regular. Turn your flash on.
Well, if you're trying to get a good picture,
No, don't
that's
use
what I've
night.
always used.
No. If you're trying to get a picture of it, yes. But if you're trying to just get some pictures to check,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
Then-
you just want a cool picture, just use night mode. But
Yeah.
if you're wanting to look for something, use just your regular camera.
sorry, I didn't mean to blind you.
Can you turn that shit all the way up and turn those lights off so I can take a picture?
Yeah, well, that's
They've barely started moving when the first headlamp dies. No flicker, no warning. One moment there's light, then nothing. Either the tunnel doesn't appreciate the intrusion, or this is just what happens to modern electronics in a place this old. The first explanation feels more likely the deeper they go.
So that was definitely a pretty known kind of thing right there. All right, if that was you that did that, can you make any other noise or anything so we know you're here? The last time I was here, someone dropped something at that end of the tunnel, and you said it was me. Can you do it again?
Return journey. Another flashlight starts failing. The beam wavers, dims, dies. Two primary light sources gone in under 8 minutes, stranded in pitch black, half a mile from the entrance, with whatever made that sound still unaccounted, for somewhere in the dark between them and the exit.
I smell plastic burning.
That is hair. That's like beard hair.
I smell plastic burning.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh yeah, that's hair, bro.
Yeah.
That's an owl pellet.
Yeah. Dirty bitch.
It was a ways. That's usually the last time I was early shows were. That was out there.
What? Hold on. Well,
Then, the smell. Strong, chemical. burning plastic mixed with something worse, like singed hair. They reach for a rational explanation, a decaying owl pellet maybe. But the intensity doesn't fit. Cold, damp air shouldn't carry a smell like this. It arrived from somewhere, and it arrived while their lights were failing. The lights died when they needed them most. The tunnel responded when they invited it to. Coincidence? Probably. But in places built when Lincoln was president, you start to wonder what else has been down there all this time. I think I'll stick to above-ground transportation for a while. 7 p.m. The sun's dropping behind the hills in West Virginia. That golden hour when the hollows start feeling less like home and more like something else's territory. She's just checking the wood line, just a quick walk. But when heavy footsteps start matching your pace from the ferns, quick walks become something else entirely. You need to see what happened next. The third video tonight comes from Sasquatch and Paranormal in Wineberry Holler, a grassroots channel documenting suspected Sasquatch activity on family land in West Virginia. The creator uses a grounded, raw approach focused on property habituation and gifting, basically trying to peacefully coexist with whatever might be sharing the hollow. Most people would install security cameras and call it a day. She's out there with a flashlight looking for tracks. It's July 13th, 2026, the hollows of West Virginia.
Well, I smell skunk real strong. And that butt, you know. No, this is a skunk. This smells like a skunk. It couldn't be nothing but skunk. We take y'all back up in here. We've got the people that lived here before, they piled stuff up and made a big mess. So we have a lot of cleaning to do. Look how beautiful this is. Let me show y'all something. Make sure there's no snakes first. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a beautiful little knoll with ferns all over it. Wouldn't that be amazing to put a picnic table on?
Passing a thick patch of ferns and a dilapidated pool ladder when the quiet breaks. Heavy footsteps, unmistakably bipedal. Crunching dry leaves in perfect rhythm with her own movement. She sweeps the flashlight across the dark foliage. Nothing visible, but the sound is right there, feet away in the shadows, matching her pace, step for step, not passing through. Following.
Oh, it backed up. There was eye shine right down there. And when I hit it, it backed up. I don't know. Not sure what it was. It wasn't. Oh, there's a tracklet. I think that might be bear. I can't tell. See, because there's only the front part of the foot. Right here's the front part of the foot. And there's no back, so I can't tell if it's beat off or if it has a rounded heel. And I also can't see if it has a mid-break. So we'll have to call that one about nothing. Something. It could be something, but we don't know. Okay, we'll walk back around. I don't know what it was. I see its eye shine. I don't know if it's going to show up on here, but I see its eye shine, and it wasn't really close together either. That's what kind of worried me and made me back up a little. Maybe a bear. Maybe a bobcat. Pool's so lopsided.
She pans the beam down a narrow path between the trees. The light catches something, bright, wide-set eye shine, reflecting from the darkness. 2 points of light, too far apart for a deer, too high off the ground for a raccoon. The moment the beam lands, whatever owns those eyes backs deeper into cover, refusing to be seen, continuing to watch. She returns later to inspect the ground where the eyes had been. A partial print pressed into the dirt, heavy, broad. Could be a black bear, she tells herself. The explanation is reasonable. The spacing of those eyes keeps arguing with it. Too wide, too deliberate, too interested in her specifically. The footsteps tracked her when she thought she was alone. The eyes reflected exactly where the print was waiting. Coincidence? Probably. But in hollows where families have lived for generations, you learn that some residents never show up on property records. If that was me, I'm not sure I'd be doing evening patrols without backup. You've probably driven under a bridge at night, maybe noticed a stone archway and wondered about the stories attached to it. Most people keep driving. These guys park, get out, and start asking questions to whatever might be listening. It gets worse from here. The fourth video tonight comes from Ted's Paranormal Tavern, a channel exploring infamous local haunts and historical urban legends with raw, minimally edited footage. Tonight, they're at Helen's Bridge in Asheville, North Carolina, a stone archway tied to the legend of a grieving mother. Skepticism is healthy. Sometimes it's also useless. It's October 19th, 2023.
Local, I've been up here since high school, and I've never really had any crazy experiences up here yet. Hopefully tonight's investigation will change that. But I would say I'm pretty indifferent on my opinion on whether or not I think Helen's ghost actually haunts the bridge. But I'm here tonight, hopefully to catch something that tells me otherwise.
I'm not sure what we're going to get ourselves into or if we're going to catch anything, but we're sure going to try.
So Helen's Bridge in Asheville, North Carolina is kind of like a staple story for the city. It's kind of went along the lines of, like, in 1909 there was a lady named Helen who moved here with her child and started working at the Zelandia estate, which is up there, fenced off behind us. And one of the stories, the main story that everyone tells in the official city of Asheville tells this version of the story, is that while working up at the estate, a fire broke out and
18 minutes in, the first failure. Their static camera, fully charged, showing over 90 minutes of battery, just dies. No warning, no flicker. 1 minute recording, the next a paperweight. The pattern for the night has been established.
That was scary. That was scary. I hope my camera picked that up. I'm literally covered in chills right now. You can't see because my jacket's on. Holy cow. I hope my camera picked that up. I'm so on edge right now. I just heard like a scream, maybe. Ooh. I feel like I'm shaking a little. I don't even know what to say. I'm completely underneath the bridge right now. That was creepy. Jeffrey, can you hear me? Dude, did you hear that scream?
Jeffrey's turn below. A metallic clatter pierces the silence, sharp, violent, exactly like a rock striking a stop sign. Nobody around, no wind, just the sound of an impact with no visible thrower.
Walk across the road. I don't know if I'm just scaring myself, but I swear I just seen something. like it walked across.
The backup camera dies. Heavy-duty battery pack. Fully charged. Positioned 10 minutes ago. Completely drained. Same failure. Different equipment. The theory forms in real time. Something is drawing power from their gear and using it.
Here, I decided to try out the EMF meter, and I walked the whole bridge, nothing. But the moment I tried to leave the bridge, I walked over here, it spiked. It was flashing every single light on the EMF meter. But I didn't have the camera because I had it over there propped up. So I was waiting on you to come back up here. We'll try the EMF meter again.
But like, you ever just get that like
Yeah, that's how I felt when
anxiety, bro?
That's how I felt when I came back up.
Yeah, bro. I was like standing there. I was like, I told the camera, I was like, all right, I'm gonna find a place to sit and just talk. And then I was like, nope.
Well, I propped up right there. I had the camera propped up, and I was talking the whole time you were down there. And then that's when I decided I want to try out the EMF meter. And so I left my camera propped up, and I walked over. You can see me, if we still have the footage from that camera, you can see me walk over here with it. I walked all around the bridge, and then I'm not getting anything. So I was like, I'm gonna walk towards this end of the bridge. I made it right before the fence gate. It started spiking like every color.
Chris recounts his own moment from earlier, walking near the gated entrance to the Zealandia estate when his EMF meter erupts, every indicator lighting simultaneously. The spike vanishes the instant he steps back, localized, deliberate, responsive to exactly where he was standing. The batteries failed when they needed documentation most. The temperature dropped when they needed comfort most. The scream came when they needed silence most. Coincidence? Probably. But bridges built on tragedy tend to keep their stories alive one way or another. Would you have stayed past that first equipment failure? What makes someone blow an Aztec death whistle into dark woods hoping for an answer? For Rick and Lucas, it's the job, exploring haunted sites across the UK, documenting whatever responds. But when the footsteps start coming toward you instead of running away, you start questioning the methodology. Let's see what happened. The fifth video tonight comes from Rick's Paranormal Adventures, a UK-based channel exploring eerie, historically rich sites from abandoned structures to ancient castles. Rick combines real-time reactions with technical equipment to document unexplained phenomena. Tonight, he's at Ogden Water Country Park in West Yorkshire.
Right guys, we're just heading deeper now into the woods. It is getting darker. We are getting further in, and we are becoming more isolated in these woods. So stick with us and we'll see what we come across. Are we going to come across any dangerous wildlife? Any paranormal? I'm a bit on edge tonight. I can feel it. I can feel something knows we're here. I do get them feelings now and again, so I'm going to be very interested to see what shows itself. It's a massive forestry. I'll overlay some bird's eye view shots of this location so you can see what we're dealing with. So we're using a different torch tonight, so it's going to look a bit different to my normal videos. But the reason why is because I'm trying to get rid of that flickering that happens on most of my videos.
Quiet bench near the water. They issue the invitation. Any present spirits are welcome to interact with the equipment. Completely still night, no wind, and a third motion detector cat ball positioned far behind them activates. On command, targeted, impossible to file under environmental.
That was stuff moving. What was that? Hello? Do it again. Louder. Something's coming towards us, Lucas.
I'm grabbing this phone, I need to go.
I don't know what that is, but after Lucas blew his f***ing death whistle, something was coming towards us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear walking. Hello?
Spirit box session near the reservoir. Rick asks if a spirit tied to the water's local legend is present. The response is immediate, a piercing high-pitched scream, cutting violently through the radio static. Not a voice, not a word, just volume and warning.
Upright. Oh, mate. Put your spotlight torch on for me. Up left a bit. Right between there, I swear on my life. It sounds fucking stupid, I know it does, but something walked that way, but it was upright on two legs. It was human. Eh? Wait. Don't disappear, come here. Hello? Bang!
Fuck. Whoa, Blind me, why don't you?
I did it because I'm trying to scare whatever it is near us away. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm gonna have to bleep that word. There again. What is it? Right. Hello? Who's up here?
Scanning the deep forest, Rick spots movement through the trees. He swears on it, a large human-sized entity walking completely upright on two legs. Gait wrong for deer, too tall for anything else on the species list. Too deliberate for shadow. Something is moving through those trees on two legs, tracking their position. Deeper in, they discover a pagan-style wooden tripod structure. Then the batteries start going. Massive unexplained power loss across multiple devices simultaneously. They cut the investigation and leave the reservoir with one clear impression. Whatever was out there wasn't just watching. It was closing the distance. The motion sensor triggered when they needed confirmation. The footsteps responded when they needed silence. The figure appeared when they needed to leave. Coincidence? Probably. But in woods this old, some questions don't get answers. They just get passed to the next person brave enough to ask. I'm still trying to process what happened there. He's halfway through the doorway when he hears it. The creak of floorboards above. A whisper from the shadows. The weight of a building that's been slowly collapsing for decades, waiting to finish the job. But he keeps moving. Let's get into it. The sixth and final video tonight comes from Edwards Explore, an urban exploration channel featuring quiet, atmospheric walkthroughs of forgotten ruins and derelict properties. Shish and Shove focus on structural decay and natural reclamation, navigating abandoned spaces with a grounded, respectful approach. Tonight they're in Flatbush, Auckland, a rural farming area being swallowed by suburban development, leaving places like this caught between eras.
Alright, Shivish and I had it again. Just giving an air out. It's right there, wait. I reckon Yeah. There might be people in this. Yeah. What the Why are they all abandoned like this?
Huh?
It's got almost like a church vibe to it.
Kind of does, yeah.
Want to take the light off for a sec?
Yeah.
Tell me. Fuck. I fucked it up. For sakes. Use all it.
Yeah, let it
So, thanks. Perfect.
All good?
Yeah, we're all good. So this is the other house.
Yeah, that's the pathway that we saw.
Oh, so we could have just literally walked across.
A hidden trail through overgrown foliage leads to a second ruined building. Decaying structures, collapsed trees, a heavily damaged carport blocking the path. They push past anyway. The explorer's compulsion to see inside, even when the outside is already saying no.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Keep an eye on.
Hey.
Keep an eye on above us, because some of the ceiling is exposed, so you can literally look up and see that level.
This is like for horses.
Yeah. Definitely. It's got shells as well.
Has it?
Yeah, you can check it out.
I think this has been, I reckon, oh, that's got a feeding trough in the back.
Yeah.
I reckon this.
The second level is worse. Spongy floorboards, green grass growing straight through the carpet. They warn each other to tread carefully, half joking that a wrong step would be a serious problem. The humor doesn't quite cover the reality. They're standing on a structure that's actively becoming compost beneath their feet.
Some really dark graffiti in this place. Like, and the other one. You know, just some horrible messages.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't trust this floor.
Oh, just be careful where your head is. There's this big ass spiderweb right there. So you might want to be careful which doorway you walk through.
Yep, thank you. Someone was here 2026.
2025 as well.
That's gone.
Oh shit.
May my enemies something so they don't
Progress.
rip
Rip something.
Rest in peace, blah blah.
Yeah.
Some good artwork in there.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty good.
Shut the mother again. Oh, fuck.
Careful, yeah.
Fucking. Oh, I don't think this is worth carrying on.
I'm surprised the grass is actually growing in here. We will never die.
The upper rooms reveal the graffiti, grim messages, ominous warnings sprayed across the walls. A strange psychological contrast, nature reclaiming the building beautifully on one side, human scars accumulating on the other. They complete the sweep, but decline the rotting, railing-free balcony. Retreat to the lower level. Save the overgrown pathway for a future daytime visit. The explorers promise to return that may or may not survive contact with better judgment. Back to solid ground. Started as a historical document. Ended as a lesson in structural humility. The house gave them warnings: spongy floors, unstable beams, whispered suggestions to leave. They listened before the building could make the point more forcefully. Not every abandoned structure wants to be explored. Some just want to be left alone to finish falling down. Yeah, I'm good on derelict farmhouses for a while. That's it for tonight. If you watched all the way to the end, you're either very brave or you made some questionable life choices. Either way, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and click one of the videos on screen. I'll be back soon with more reasons to stay indoors. See you then. And if you made it this far, there was a hidden word somewhere in tonight's video. Drop it in the comments if you caught it.